that? Happy New Year.
Time to check in, y'all. Let's go. B.A.T.
The
season 3,
CBT.
episode 2.
On and on.
Let's go.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
CBT. Power is the key. It's that real right here. His money over everything. This is who I am. Came right from the ghetto. I hustle and now I'm here. You niggas always say that. I promise I never care. Just got back to the money. I'm on a mission for real. We roaching ass rappers ain't talking about shit. You the line in your rhyme, the line on your dick.
My bad, y'all. My bad. I fucked up. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm like, what the hell?
This is the fruit of until. And mama.
I am. Came right from the ghetto. I hustle and now I'm here. You niggas always say that. I promise I never care. Just got back to the money. I'm on a mission for real. We roaching ass rappers ain't talking about shit. You the line in your rhyme, the line on your dick. Give props to the man. I been on my shit. Let's take a break. Throw a sex and tell him cut the check. You a lookout, homie. I'm a giant. You ain't no gangster. Just act around my city. They tell you I'm up next. How we used to give is the reason to keep blessed. So my mama that I got her. I'm tired of seeing the stress. I do this for my niggas who hustle for a living. Them babies gotta eat. Therefore I'm gon' get it. My life is on the line. I'm really praying for millions. I know y'all niggas gon' hate. Just look at how I'm living. Come on. Just be that power is the key. Just be that power is the key. Everything I speak, it be the truth. Just be that power is the key.
About to get into it, y'all. Let's go. Alright, let's get into it, y'all. Let's go, fellas. What y'all on tonight? What everybody on tonight? How y'all
That's
feeling?
good. That's good.
I'm chilling, bro.
I was trying to hide from y'all fellas, but I couldn't hide it no more.
Hey, we survived, bro. We survived a storm. We survived a hurricane. It took a what that is?
I couldn't hide it no more from the fellas. I had it
Yeah,
bad.
He's
man.
got a new shirt.
I couldn't hide it from the
we
fellas.
we out here trying to survive hurricanes and storms, and you got new shirts.
New shirts and new chains. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Hey, that ain't my fault now. Y'all niggas don't come on, man. That ain't my
yeah,
fault.
nigga.
That's crazy. That's
World
crazy.
here, though.
You see how the world work? You see how the world
Real
work?
talk. Brothers at the table tonight. We building and thriving. We doing our thing. What's going on
Yeah.
with my fellas tonight?
What's good? What's good with you, man? Chilling, man. Yeah, you should ask one of those questions from last night too that Jim Vern was talking about also. Man.
We didn't even get to the questions. We just had a whole show. We didn't even get to the questions last night. Me and Vern were just flowing, and Vern went on one thing, and then we started talking about another thing, and from there it was an hour and a half that went by. hmm But
Let Vern do his thing.
yeah, we had a nice time last night though. I ain't gonna lie, we had a real good time though. Shout out to
If
my
you
boy
had,
Vern. I see you out there in the crowd, Vern.
yeah, what up, Vern? What up, Vern?
I
If
was
you had
tired
one
of
that you
going.
wanted to, if you had one that you wanted to get on, just speak on it later.
Yeah, we could
All
definitely
right.
do that. Like I said, if you want to speak on, yeah, Chris, because we didn't do none of them last night, so you could speak on one of them if you want to, though.
All right. Bet.
Well, yeah. So y'all ready for the first one for the night, though?
Yes,
Here we
sir.
Yeah.
go. The first one, the first true or false was true or false. Men fall in love through actions more than words.
True.
Yeah, I said true on that.
I said true.
You all said true. I said true too, but go ahead. No.
Mm. I said true because normally, like we said, men is men of logic, but men is men of action also. So I, my pops always say, bullshit walk. I mean, something like that. I can't say the same, but it made sense when I got older that that's what he was talking about. Yeah, but yeah, a person could say this and say that, but you won't know if somebody truly loves you until they actions speak of it, or you see them and then you fall in love with that person because they did a certain thing. Like I think women fall in love from the emotion, and men be like, "This when I fell in love with you," and I guess they don't understand when we say that, but we got a meaning to why we say it. You know.
Got you. Got you.
I think what you was looking for was money talk and BS walks.
Well,
Well,
yep.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I said true. I said true because like y'all ever dealt with somebody that they say all of these words, but they words don't necessarily align with their actions, right? Like a person that say I care about you, but you don't never really feel it, or a person that say I love you, but you always kind of second guessing. I care about you, but but those actions just don't line up. Us as men, I mean, women too, to a certain extent, but us as men, it's a reason why we value respect. Typically, that's like typically our love language, respect, and respect comes more from action. It's not necessarily your words, right? So you can tell me all of these words all day, but if I'm not seeing like tangible evidence behind what you're saying, it's not gonna really make me feel like you mean what you're saying. Like I don't really care if you tell me you love me. I want to feel that you love me, right? Like I want to feel it, and I'm gonna
Hmm.
feel that in terms of like, how do you respond to me, right? Like how, like, are you thoughtful in regards to me? How do you listen whenever I speak, right? And those type of things will tell a man a lot about a woman because you can't tell me that you feel some type of way, but your actions don't align.
Hmm.
And us as men, because we value the respect like that. When we talking in respect in terms of men and women dynamics, right? If you telling me that you respect me, but every time I begin to talk and you're cutting me off, that's telling me that you don't respect me. So you can tell me you love me, but those actions are not showing that, because if you did love me and you respect what I had to say, then I will actually be able to get that out. Right. That's the same way that you may be in a classroom and you trying to learn a particular, you're trying to understand something, and the teacher is telling you something. Because you want to understand, you're going to be all ears because you're interested and engaged in the conversation that the teacher is trying to get, because you actually want to learn. So whenever you're dealing in a relationship and a person is not listening to you, they don't want to hear you. They don't respect the words that's coming out of your mouth. And respect is an action, right? So we as men want some women too, but we love respect more. Action more than words, because it's a reason why they say talk is cheap.
Got you. Yeah, that was a good one, and that was a good take on that one. I guess, yeah, we all said true. And the follow up to what my boy was just saying, I believe as us as like real men feel like action means more, because like today it's not showing that the action mean more. It seemed like people falling in love just over words and things. You know what I mean? And they not putting the action behind their words. This is why we having so many of the broken families and the broken marriages and things that's going on today. But yes, if people do stand behind their actions more, I guess the relationships will be much better, or love will go much further than what is happening today though. But from what I'm seeing and everything that's going on today, I feel like people ain't standing on those actions today.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like the predominant reason why the relationships ain't what they used to be is because, like I've said before, we don't understand. We don't understand what love is. We don't understand what respect is. You be hard pressed if you ask a female, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've all seen these like interviews. You'll ask a female and a male as well, but I'm a man, so I'm gonna talk from my perspective. You'll ask a female like, what do you feel like you provide to a man?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll list a bunch of stuff that men are not necessarily looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like you meeting an established man and you like, oh well, I can come and I can help him build his empire is already built. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have no type of experience in the field that he's doing, the avenue that he's going, how are you supposed to help him? The best way that you can help him is watch his moves and see the things that he don't need and make yourself an invaluable asset that he can't function without. I've never heard a woman say when they ask him that question, I never heard them say, "Oh, I will respect him." That's gonna take you to the top. What can you offer a man? I can respect him. That's gonna take you to the top. I never heard it not one single time.
Got you.
Yeah,
I was about to say,
because they
yeah, yeah, Chris.
because they always say they looking for the 3 6s, 6 feet, 6 figures, whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I guess that's why they say when they looking for high value men and the high value men not looking for them because men don't necessarily care about your money and things like that and care about your assets and things that you're gaining. Like you said, you see a rich the prince King Charles, whatever his name is, he married Prince Diana. She was a stable girl. So this don't necessarily means about money. Like you said, the actions, how a woman make you feel, how do you really care? Do you care about the little things? Do you, Ross said, hey, what you get, what Taj get you them little cupcakes, the little cupcakes or something like that? Little cakes, the little bunkies or something like that to show.
Uh-huh.
So it's just little things like that. It's just those actions. Like you can have all the money. That's cool. Yeah, we want a woman that's independent, got their own motion. But 9 times out of 10, you'll marry the, you know.
Of course.
Mhm.
So, what I'm about to say, do men need to feel appreciated before they can truly love someone?
Yeah,
Mm,
I say yeah.
I
So,
think so. Mhm.
I think so.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, because that's gonna unlock my love. You feel me? Because
Hmm.
I think women tend to run towards love. I think men tend to shy away from it. Typically,
Yeah.
I think we tend to shy away from it, and
Mm-hmm.
then certain things just keep bringing us back and reeling us in and reeling us in, and that's when we like, damn, okay, I love this girl. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like men are a lot of time. I'm not all, but a lot of time a man will test you to really try to keep himself from going down that road. But
Mm-hmm.
that's just how we are.
Definitely. She said,
Yeah,
so
I would agree.
how would a woman know you are interested in them during the dating stage?
If I'm
Oh,
talking to
sure.
you, if I'm
Yeah,
spending my
sure.
money on
No.
you,
Yes,
you know
Yeah,
what I'm
spending
saying?
time. I'm about to say
like you don't
spending time,
know.
spending money,
I mean, yeah, like
checking up on you, giving you them phone calls during the lunch.
texting you,
Yeah, you should know if I like you. We ain't
you
doing that
know.
for every. I hope you ain't out here doing
I
that
hope
for.
you ain't doing that for every.
I mean, yeah, I hope so. But it's fine. Like, if a woman can't listen, if the woman don't see the sign that the man want her, she just don't want to be. She don't want to
Yeah,
be kept, or
she
she
don't
don't want.
want him. That's the thing.
Yeah, she
Or
don't want to be
yes,
captured.
yeah, she got too many other dudes that's going at her, and maybe he not going to 10 like the other homie going to 10. You may be going to 8 or 7, and then she trying to
Mhm.
compare you to him. That's the
Mm,
only way that you're not saying it.
Yeah,
Cause
yes,
it's
yeah.
there. You feel me?
yes,
Spending
definitely.
time talking, all of that stuff, like yeah, like time is money, bro. Like yeah, if I went to work and I know I got these bills to pay, and I don't care if I take you to McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's, but I'm just saying, if I take you to McDonald's, like bro, then I care about you. Otherwise, I could have kept that money in my pocket. I had some food at the crib already. I'm
Got you.
saying.
Yeah, that
That's true. I got one
And
more
then
question.
and then women and
Now, go ahead, go
women
ahead.
don't even be knowing what they be wanting anyway. So what's the point of the words? Cause they man, look, bro. They don't know what they be wanting. They like women to talk out of both sides of their neck. Like, do you, bro? Y'all know if a woman say that she don't like you, that don't mean that she don't like you. Ain't that crazy, bro?
It's
Yeah.
crazy. That's the craziest shit I heard, brother.
That's why
That's
I'm not good. That's why I'm not good at reading the signs. I always fail the test. Don't test me. I'm not.
look, look. If she say if you about to go grab some food, if you about to go grab some food, and she say she don't want nothing to eat, but she still gonna eat your food. You feel me? She not hungry, but she's still gonna eat yours. In reality, what she meant was, I'm not that hungry, but I could eat a little bit off your plate. It's like, why couldn't you just say that? So it ain't no point of the words. You might as well just get the actions because the words, they don't even understand their own words. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now we both mad because instead of ordering a medium fry, I could have ordered a large and we could have both been good. But your whole plan was just to get some food off my plate. You could have just said that, but they ain't gonna say that. They just gonna say, I'm not hungry and eat your stuff. They
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Your food tastes better. No, it don't. Our food don't.
Nah,
Go
bro.
get your own
See?
shit. Go get your own shit. Yo, but yo, Chris, what you were saying, Chris, ain't
What?
no signs. Ain't no signs for me. It's one thing. I don't agree with Vern on a lot of shit, but I agree with Vern on this one. I don't know no signs until you about to gap it open. That's when I
You,
shit,
right, Ron? That's why I said I'm a bad
nigga.
test taker, bro.
Yeah, I'm not with all this.
I done failed a lot of shit because
I ain't with it, yo. When he said cheese,
I,
how to know a guy is interested during the date is if he not getting up and walking out within the 10 minutes, he's interested at least a little bit. Yeah, of course, cheese. Yeah, that's true. What she said, don't try to understand us, just order enough. Your food tastes better. We ain't trying to hear that bullshit. No way.
Nope.
To hear that. Yo, go get your own. Yo, that's one thing I'm telling you. Just like my man Kevin Hart said, in the beginning of the relationship, all that's the fun time. So you'll be like, yeah, babe, you can have some French fry. You can have some French. Wait till you get 5, 10 years down the line. Order of French
no.
fries or a sip of juice can cause a whole argument in a
Yeah.
relationship. No, go
Yeah.
get your own shit. This
Yeah.
honeymoon stage is over. Go get your own French fries. I asked you what the you wanted, so go get your own shit now. No.
Look, you look. They'll say that they ain't hungry. Then you get your food. You give them a little bit. You give them a little bit, and then you see them over out the side of out the corner of your eye, looking all sad. Then you be
Yeah.
like, man, you want the rest of this? And then they run over there. Yeah. You feel me? It's like, bro, we could have just ordered you. We could have just ordered your food. We both could have been happy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I take it. Okay.
Yes, that's true. I got one more question on it for you guys. All right. So I was about to say, what's one action that instantly makes a man feel valued in a relationship?
Um, I guess I say like acknowledging my efforts,
Mm-hmm.
like making me like I think we get a lot of time we get comfortable with the things that we feel like that just should be done. Right. So if I always do this particular action, whether it's like washing your car or something like that, and I normally do that, but you stop telling me thank you. But then when I don't do it, then it's an issue. If you just acknowledge the efforts that I'm doing, it'll make a man feel loved and valued and appreciated and all of that. Because most men, like, we're a natural problem solver. I'm not saying that we're gonna solve the problem, but we want to. It's in our nature to want to try to. I don't mean we're gonna get it right. You feel me? But if you trying to, if you want us to feel appreciated, let us understand that you see us, like you see me trying, even if I may not measure up to the level that you want me to measure. You see me trying. Just acknowledge that, and that'll go a long way.
No doubt. To you, Chris.
What was the question again?
I said, what's one action that instantly makes a man feel valued in a relationship?
I'm gonna go with Ryan Gap it. Gap it open.
That's yo. See, man, yo, you going? This nigga, yo, he really toxic for real. At least he stand on all his shit. I ain't mad at him. So anytime that toxic shit come up, nigga, you better keep the same answer. I'm telling you now, brother. Nah, but me, I'm not gonna. Well, hold on. What she said before I'm about to answer? What she said? Thank you, Jay. You heard that, right? Give me my flowers. Oh boy, he quiet. I
The
always
flowers.
talk to you every day. Listen, I give you your flowers and I give you more than that. So don't worry about it. When the show is over, I'm gonna give you some flowers. Nah, but yeah, but like not you all right though. Like the effort that counts. Like if I see that and then like you bigging me up by doing certain things or you watching me doing certain shit and you are and then you are appreciating the like at least that I am trying to do these certain things, like I'm trying to change these things like that. So the appreciation, like once I see that in it, then I know we in it to win it. Then I know, like, all right, I understand now. She appreciate the things I do, at least the little things I'm trying to change or work on better. And you giving me my, my flowers on that, then we could work with that.
For sure.
He gets mad because I say thank you for everything. He don't say thank me. I'm supposed to do. Yeah, listen, I try more now. I do try more now. I'm not gonna front. I do try more. Before, I just thought when you do good justice for people, they understand that it was something good done for them. And I'm like, I don't gotta say thank you to that. Like, why I'm saying thank you for? They understand, but then I start thinking about it like maybe people do feel away. So I will say thank you. And I worked on that.
It's not the fact that you doing it for the thank you, but
Yeah.
I guess that's like a small level of reciprocity. Just
Hmm.
saying thank you. Like you don't even got to do the action. You ain't got to return the favor. Just that's a form of reciprocity. Just saying thank you.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Got you. Y'all got any more on that one before we move on to the next one?
Good on that one. That was
Yeah,
good.
good. All right, we rolled for about a good 20 minutes. All right, so we're gonna go on to the next true or false. The next true or false was true or false. Parents should be held accountable for their children's actions.
Yeah, I
I
said
had
I
a
said false.
I had a duality on this one. It was a duality.
That one it is.
Yeah, that's a
It
duality.
is.
I was like, yeah, because I was leaning
Yeah,
towards
that's
both
a
of them, and I was fighting myself on both of them. I was going 50-50 on both of them. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I couldn't even choose. I
Yep.
said I would choose force, but then I will explain why I think it should be true in the same statement, though.
Yep.
mm.
Me too.
Yeah, one of y'all want to kick it off first? You want to kick it off, Chris?
Um, I said false because like y'all, it was a duality, but it in certain cases it should be true. Like them kids going in them schools, shooting up schools, using their parents' guns and stuff like that. That I mean, that should be like a certain special case. And then I don't know. You really can't control the YNs killing each other. Like with a mother, like how she know her son out here doing the things she doing if she at work all day. So the hold her accountable for the things that her young teen is doing and knowing what he doing is wrong. That's not right. But them kids that go shooting up schools or them kids that, you know, I don't even want to say molest other kids. Like who is they learning that from? So you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, yeah. So that's like just special circumstances, but no, you shouldn't like because that's where the gray area is when they talking about it. They basically saying whole single black mothers accountable for the YN shooting up the neighborhoods and all that,
Hmm.
and that's what we don't want to do because they working hard and they sons is just out of control. She don't know. She don't know. She just know her son is a good boy that play games, but he out here with a whole Glock 19 getting busy. So
Yeah, that is true. That's
you
true
know,
too. For example, what about bullying? That's another thing. Yeah, yeah. For that now, parents should be held accountable now.
accountable. Yeah,
If the school is reaching out to you and they letting you know your son or your daughter is doing these certain things in school, yes, you should be reprimanded for that if you're not changing the way that your kid is coming to school doing that to other kids, because that's gonna lead to something dangerous probably for the parent. Because if I was a parent and
I'm
somebody
gonna
doing
beat
certain
your
things
ass. I'm
to
gonna
kids,
beat
yeah,
your
I might
parents.
have to come up there and have to kick the shit out the little homie or something. You know what I mean? So yeah, when it comes to bullying and things, yeah, they should be held accountable. But off of different actions, like no, overall, I think it should be forced because, like Chris was saying, people can't keep an eye on their kids 24/7 when you still got to pay bills and you got to make way for your children to live in this world. So no, they shouldn't be held accountable. But on the other hand, these things that is going on in the streets today, yeah, I think some of the parents should be held accountable because you got some parents out there who's encouraging the the nonsense that some of these kids are doing out here. Like I have heard it and I have seen mothers is like, yeah, I'm glad my son ain't no faggot, or I'm glad my son is a gang. And I'm looking at them like, why would you say that? I understand you don't want your son to go the other way, but you glad that he's a gangster. So if he's out here at 15, 16 years old, and you glad he's growing up like his no good ass daddy was doing, you should be held accountable for the shit that he's doing out here now.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's tricky, bro. Like I in general, right? We know that there's different circumstances, so it's gonna be like gray areas or whatever. But when you like at a younger age, adolescents and toddlers and you know children in grade school, yeah, I think the parents should be held accountable for certain things. You can't really hold them accountable with once they get of age because you can have siblings that grew up in the same house that have totally different outcomes, right?
Yeah.
That's based upon that child and peer pressure get involved into the situation and they decide to go whichever way that they want based upon the peer pressure that was involved in them. I think the parents have a lot to say and a part to play in the foundation that's laid. A lot of time when the foundation is laid good, they may mess around a little bit, but then they'll come back to the fold whenever they get of age. But when you got these cats when they get of age and they just going all the way, I blame the parents on that too. I don't go as far as Vern saying I blame the black women for the YNs because we already know that it's systematic. Do that have a part to play in it? It does, but it's not necessarily their fault, right? Like we can only give people what we have. You know what I'm saying? Tosh was taking a little jab at me. I ain't taking no way. She said I raised a stud. I know what she meant because I can only give what I got. You feel me? She probably be a little bit rough around the edges. And the woman, if all they have is feminine energy, that's all they're going to be able to give that boy. So that's how he's going to turn out. It's not necessarily her fault, it's how she's wired. Did they have
Yeah.
a part to play in that in terms of maybe sleeping with the wrong man? Yes. You
Hmm.
feel me? But at the same time, once that was already done, they can only give what they got. You know what I'm saying? So if you was brought up in an environment that you never really seen what a stand-up dad was, you never really seen like wholesome relationships. You just used to fighting all the time. You feel like that stuff is normal, you know, and it plays out in your latter years. So I'll say as far as laying the foundation, I feel like that's the parents. But once they get of age and start doing other things, I mean that's kind of on them.
That's true. So at what age do y'all think the child should be fully responsible for his own actions?
16.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay, I agree
16.
with that. I agree. No, hold on. I could agree with that, but
Not
even
fully responsible,
I'm about to
but
say not fully
more
responsible.
responsible.
Yeah, more responsible because
Yeah.
yeah, he's not fully grown yet either. But at 16, you do have some direction of know what's right from wrong, and you know what you not supposed to be doing out here. And the thing about with like you said with Vern always talking about the white listen, that's a whole system thing that's messed up, and I still don't know. Well, I know how these guns is getting into the neighborhoods and things like that, but it don't supposed to be happening. And we need more people to be out there in front to be rejecting this shit when these things is happening like that. Like we need more of the other older people to step in and get involved more into these neighborhoods because it shouldn't be these 13, 14 year olds out there having these guns and shooting stuff up and doing all these type of wild antic things that they doing in the street today.
they shooting the gun. They shooting everybody because they can't even handle the guns. They body not
Yeah.
even developed enough to be shooting a fucking military grade weapon. So when they shoot it, it's shit. I could barely shoot them, and I'm a grown ass man. So think about a teenager. That
So
bones, that muscles ain't even developed yet. You know.
yeah, that's true. So do you think? So do you think if they was
Hold on,
holding
but
the war?
before,
Go ahead,
if you about to ask
go ahead.
another question,
Yeah,
let me
go
go
ahead,
real
Jay.
quick, real
Go ahead,
quick.
go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
Even before YNs was a thing,
Hmm.
Mhm.
we was still getting street credit from getting locked up and coming back out. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So this not a YN thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This
not
this this
not at all.
this been a thing in our community for the longest. If you got locked up, you come out. If the streets celebrate you, and you getting
You
all of
look
this
like
respect,
a
and
god.
yeah, you getting all of this respect, and the young cats they want to get the same respect that you have, and so now they don't shun getting locked up because they understand that it's a notch under their belt. So it ain't just all the YNs. We can't just blame it all on them because we've been
Right.
doing this for the longest.
That's right. That's
Mhm.
right. And that's 100% true. And that's what we be trying to get on with our other brother that come up here when he just keep talking. Listen, it's not only them guys' fault. It's been
Yeah.
going on for generations. Don't act like it just started happening 10 years ago. It's been going on for like we lived through, like it's people who lived through the whole crack era. If you think what's going on now is worse than what was going on in the crack era, you out your crack ass mind.
You wasn't outside.
Like people was getting left in alleyways, crackheads dying all over the street. Like it was real beef in the street.
It
People was
just seemed bad. It just
out.
seemed bad because of social media. That's what
Yeah,
it's just.
yes, that's what it is. Yeah, definitely.
Closer.
That's true.
But you had people dying over bricks. They not dying over no bricks. You know,
At
they
all. Yeah, not no
they
more.
was going to war over 90 tons, metric tons, not no keys, metric tons and shit like that. You know, they
And they
tore
get they
Miami up in the. If you was in Miami in the '80s, they tore that shit. Was like Colombia or Mexico, like a third world country. They
I
tore.
you stupid. Are you
yeah.
stupid?
I think one dude. I seen a dude get killed off a zip, bro. I seen a
Mhm.
dude get killed off a zip, and another one got killed off a Q, bro.
I seen it too, Jay. I seen it when I first moved around here. That happened to a young boy, and I'm like, y'all killing each other over a zip or some weed. Like, what's wrong with y'all guys? Like, y'all gotta be crazy for that, man. There's no way in the world that can make you crash out. What you did? Go home and get high, and then the police was knocking on your door the next morning.
Oh.
Made no sense. But I was about to say, so do y'all think accountability ends when a child turns 18?
What for the parent?
As far as the parent, yeah,
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
yeah, but not necessarily. I don't know. It's kind of tricky, bro. Like accountability. I don't know, bro. Like I said, I feel like the parents set the foundation.
Cause you
I feel
always
like it.
going. Oh no. Oh my bad.
Yeah, I feel like the parents set the foundation, but you had those certain kids that go against the grain. You
Yeah.
know, you can have people in similar circumstances, and their parents did this. One is going to do it because their parents did it. The other one is not going to do it because their parents did it. I don't know. It's they're not held accountable, but I would say parents got to do the best that they can with the skills that they had. I'll be less likely to hold a person accountable who had a troubled upbringing. They don't know what it is to be a father, or they don't know what it is to be a mother. I hold them less accountable than another person who had the tools that they should have instilled in their child. But now once you 18, I mean it's on you, bro.
I
I
mean, to a certain extent, I think you're always gonna be accountable for your kids' actions, like Joe Biden still was, because they look at his son and all that. If you talking in that sense, if your kid go out and kill somebody and then they look at you like, damn, your son a murderer. But like Jay was saying, at 18, yeah, you got to let your kids go out in the world. That's the only way they're gonna develop to be human beings or be the person they are. You're not going to be always there to hold their hand. So they got to learn that. how to be independent and how to survive. I think that's why college is a great tool because it teach you how to live in the world and a different and different diversities and different people from different geolocations. So that's yeah.
I agree with you on that, but for one thing with me, I would just say I'd rather for them to do skill trade than to do
Hmm.
college. You can also learn diversity and you can be with
Yeah,
diverse
yeah.
people into skill trading too because college just leaving people in a lot of
That
deep depths today. But
Yeah,
and one
college
more.
is.
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
No, I just about to go real quick. Yeah, college is a trap, and unless you got a specialized field that you're trying to get to, you trying to be a doctor or attorney, some of that ilk.
Yeah.
Otherwise, college is a scam, bro. It's a trap. That's why they give you all these prerequisites and things that you know. What the hell am I doing with in microbiology? I'm not
yeah.
trying to be a scientist, but they trying to make me take it. Like, nah, that stuff a trap, bro.
Yeah, like you said, if you ain't gonna gotta get a PhD or something like that, yeah, I was just saying the diversity is part of it or something like that. Because look what's going on in Howard now. And that's crazy what happened down there in Howard. Did y'all hear about how they rejected all the kids' admissions and everything, and
Nah.
kids got to reapply for their scholarships and all that stuff at Howard?
Nah, I ain't even hear about that. I gotta look into
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
crazy.
I ain't
They was
even hear.
talking about it on the Breakfast Club this morning.
Oh yeah, I was asleep this morning. I missed the Breakfast Club this morning, man. But one more, I have one more on there. So, if holding the parents accountable, would you think that lead to better and safer communities?
No,
You don't think
no.
so? If you was holding the
I
parents
mean,
accountable,
how would you hold the parents
How would
accountable?
you hold the so
Yeah.
now you gonna really make things worse because now she ain't gonna be able to work because you holding her account. So now the parent man no. Mm-mm.
that's fine. I would just ask you the question.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
want
yeah, that would be my question. What would that look like?
That
Like,
that's gonna
it's no
be
way,
ugly. Yeah, it's gonna get ugly. Yeah.
cause to be honest, it's no reason in hell why I should have did things that I did based upon my parents. I made my own dumb decisions, and that's why I tell my sister all the time, like we had the best parents in the world. Like I didn't grow up around cussing, smoking,
Mhm,
drinking, nothing. I didn't grow up around none of that. And I still did things. You feel me? They did all that they can do. But
mhm,
that's why I don't know. The foundation was good. That's why I came back. You feel
Yeah.
me? So that's why I had a disposition that I have towards that. But now you can't hold parents accountable because
yes.
life gonna hit everybody different. And that's why I say all the time, that's why it's good for you as a man, as a parent, to do your best because your child may not be as strong as you. You feel me? You may have to be you overcame certain things that your child may not be able to overcome.
Mhm.
So you got to make sure that you right and make sure that you can set them up and leave them a floor that their floor is your ceiling. That's the goal for your kids.
Yeah, because when I look at my sons and all that, I love them to death, and I just know their personality and they thing. I'll be like, yeah, they wouldn't be able to do the things that I had to do to get where I'm at now, and to be able to take care of them the way I can. So yeah, definitely, I understand what you're saying, Jay. Shit. And I
Yeah,
wouldn't even want them to do the things I had. No, no. Mm-mm.
yeah,
I feel what you're saying on that, Tosh, but that's them being held accountable in a different kind of way, though. I understand that, yeah, they have to take accountability that if one of their kids out here murdered somebody or vice versa, if they kid got murdered, that other parents got to take accountability for that too, because like I always tell people all the time, when they out here doing that, they not just killing that person, they killing a mother, they're killing the grandmother, they're killing more than just that one person. They killing the whole family behind that. So in ways they are held a little bit accountable, but I don't think it should be put into law that parents should be held accountable for what's going on in the streets today. It was just a question that I was asking, so I don't want people to think that I'm agreeing with saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, I don't believe that at all. They should not be held accountable for what's going on today in the streets.
now you as a parent, whenever your children do something contrary to your beliefs and things that you instilled in them, yeah, you're gonna feel some type of guilt.
Yeah.
that's kind of your conscience holding you accountable. But as far as the outside world, it shouldn't be like that because we all know everybody that have kids, you didn't tell your child not to do something. It don't matter what age, and they still did it.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, she had a question for you, Jay. She said, I have a question. With these dumb decisions, Jay, when did you find yourself doing these things that you feel you shouldn't have based on your upbringing?"
When did you? 15. You
Right.
know, 15 because I don't want to get too deep. But yeah, like my parents were busy all the time. My parents were busy. My sisters was busy, and I always been a loner. Right, I always been a loner. Like even right now, like the way that I think is like kind of different than all of my friends think. So I kind of keep a lot of stuff to myself. So even though I was around people, I didn't feel like I was there. I was there physically, but not mentally. So it's like I was just looking for something. So I just started getting into trouble, you know. But yeah, that's around the age that it happened.
She said, was it too much freedom?
I didn't get freedom at all. It was too much restriction. It was
Oh,
too much restriction. So
and
I
a
got
lot
to the point to where I was just like, they was busy. Don't get me wrong, they was busy, but it's like I'm saying in terms of like I wasn't getting the attention. I was around, but nobody was paying attention to me. Right.
got
So it got to the point to where it's like I'm doing these things. I'm doing what y'all want me to do. Yeah, all over my shoulders. It's like this. So it got to the point to where it's like, man, I'm done. I'm done listening, and I just went my own way. It
and
was
you
too much structure.
and that's crazy. You see how that is and how you just explain that now. Me, on the other hand, my upbringing, I seen these things. Like I seen we had some family members on drugs. I seen I had family members gang banging. And as I was coming up and I seen the shit that they was going through and doing, and I told myself that I can't do that. You know what I mean? And it's many a times that I had homies come at me like, "Yo, Rod, yo, you come on, yo, you can have your own set, yo, Rod, yo, you could be the big." Nah, I'm good, bro. I don't fuck with none of that shit. And then like far as like even like selling drugs and shit, like I never in my life will ever touch no powder, no crack, none of that shit because I seen it firsthand what the effects it was doing to people that when I was coming up around, you seeing older cousins, you seeing uncles, you seeing aunts, you seeing people you like, yo, this shit crazy. I can't touch that. Like whenever you coming out of like sometime it was like a little embarrassing sometime. Like you'll come out of the park and shit from playing basketball and you see one of your family members on the side nodding out and shit about to hit the ground. And you like, yo, I can never do that. Like, you know what I mean? So by me being exposed to it made me be like, nope, I'm not doing none of those things.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. No problem. Yep, no problem at all. We definitely. You know, we get a little. We know we share a little something up here. Parents know
Mhm.
what their child to, then they get caught. Then they definitely the parents need to be held accountable. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Now,
And
if the
oh yeah,
yeah, that's what Chris was saying earlier. If the yeah, that's 100% true. Auntie Chris was just saying that earlier. But yeah,
yeah,
that was.
they know a young boy thugged out, and
Mm-hmm.
then they
Mhm.
appalled when he got shot. No, you knew what he was
Nah,
doing.
Yeah, you know what he was. You
you
definitely
know what
know.
it was already. Yeah, you already-
Yeah, I understand it from a different perspective as a mother of a 16-year-old. That's
Oh
that's
yeah, for sure.
Yo, Mosley. Yeah, that's cool, Mosley. No doubt.
You can only do what you can do, especially if you a single mom. It's a lot more tricky. But the thing is, try to find a balance to where you're not so overbearing. Because with me, it was just being overbearing to where I was just like, man, f this, bro. I'm finna do whatever. I was out to 2 o'clock in the morning every night. They couldn't do nothing with me because it was just too much. So I got to the point to where it's like I just don't care anymore.
Got you. Yep. I'm telling you, I had homies like that too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like you said, it seemed like though, like my homies that was restricted from doing certain things, they the ones who grew up and started to like, yeah, like be in the gangbanger lifestyle. You know, started falling into other kinds of traps and
Yeah.
all that. And I'm like, bro, like don't go down that way. But I understand now, like you said, these people was restricted and they jumped off the porch at 19. Like they mom still had a tight knit on them when they was 17, 18 years old. So they first taste of jumping off the porch was at 19, 20 years old. And
Yep.
this motherfucker, but and he became the biggest gangster. And you like, bruh, you was sitting in front of the TV with your hands and knees folded at dinner time, praying with the whole family, and now you out here creating havoc.
Yep.
Yeah,
And just like
that's
the
what I'm
female.
saying. You know,
Go
we
ahead. Go ahead.
jumped. I jumped off the stoop kind of early, so that's why I said by the time
I
we
know,
got
Sheree.
eight.
I know.
Yeah. Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Why?
Chris. My
You
bad.
know, by the time we got like 18, 19, that there was a lot of shit that was already old. So when I seen some of my homeboys just becoming blood and all that, I'm like, y'all gonna start gang banging now? Like, what the hell? Like, man, I was already on some other type of time, like little, ride. I was on the type of time I was trying to get to the bag. We were selling what we did and things. I did what I did. So it was a little bit different for me. So, you know, that's all.
And
That's
just to end that conversation off, like it's the same with them females. Like you didn't seen the chick, she was a good girl, and then once she got what I'm saying, once she got a cherry pop, she got turned out. You know what I'm saying? I seen that a lot.
mm-hmm.
That happens.
Yeah, and it seemed a lot. That's why you got to stay away from them too. Don't let them gap it open. Let them do that for somebody else. Be second in line for that one, nigga.
Mhm.
Nah, that was a good one. Don't be first on that train. I'm telling you now, brother. Don't be first on the cherry popping train. But that was a good one though, man. What y'all want to do? We're gonna go right into the next one, then we're gonna go into intermission. We'll go into the third one, then we'll go to a low intermission after that. So we got the third one now, y'all. The third one was true or false. I learned more from disappointment than happiness.
I learned more
I
from
said
disappointment.
false.
I said true.
I said false.
Go ahead, Crow. Yup.
I said false because I've been disappointed a lot, and it is an Einstein theory of insanity. Every disappointment, sometimes you see it coming, but you don't want to think that it's true. And then when it happens, you disappointed, but you like, damn, I seen this shit already. But I think I learned more in just in my happiness. What I could say recently, like. Cause I think I discovered myself more. That's probably one of the questions I wanted to ask that y'all had last night. Like, true or false, this man discover himself, so like do by yourself or something. I'll look at the question, but
Yeah, I got you.
yeah, I think finding that inner happiness and finding that inner joy, for me, that's why I said false, that I found more about myself being happy than being disappointed, because being disappointed, I already know who I am, I already know what I'm gonna do, I already know the outcome of that. But being happy and just having more joy, I like this version of me. So yeah. Mhm.
Got you. I feel you on that. So I said true. Let me take this down real quick. I said true though. Yeah, I definitely said true because just like we was talking about before, but happiness is like happiness could come and go, and it does feel good. Like when you're in the moment of being happy, it feels great. But to me, I learn more from disappointments because it's just that feeling and that cloud that comes over you when you feel those, like when you feel like maybe you didn't succeed at something or you didn't give it your all or something like that, and you think back to the moments and you feel that disappointed time and you feel like, and you like, I don't want to feel like that no more. So I try not to try to repeat those same mistakes to get those same kind of feelings again. And what else I can think about? Hold on. Damn, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, y'all. Lost my train of thought. One of y'all got. I lost my train.
It be
You
like
good?
that
So
sometimes when you cooking, you be cooking.
Man, but go ahead.
yeah, nah, you good. No, I say I chose disappointment because I look at disappointment and failure kind of synonymous with each other. Like kind of, obviously, it's not the same definition, but they synonyms for each other for me. Um, I feel like being like disappointment for me is like one of the best teachers. And
Mm-hmm.
disappointment usually comes like in terms of other people, it usually come whenever it's like a gap between expectations and execution, right? It's like
Mm-hmm.
you expect this person to do this certain things for you, and then whenever they fall short of the expectation that you have for them, they don't execute. That's when disappointment sets in. And so I think disappointment can tell you and show you how to not have and set certain standards for people that they didn't necessarily set for themselves, right? That can show you to not put more on a person than what they can bear, so to speak. You know. So I think whenever you do, and don't get me wrong, in terms of being in a relationship, yeah, you have certain expectations for your partner, but the best thing that you can do is not have your expectations so high. That way, whenever somebody do something that exceed the expectation that you had set for them already, then you'll be, you know what I'm saying, like pleasantly surprised versus expecting something out of people and getting disappointed because they can't live up to the standard that you already set.
Got you. Yeah, that's right. That's true, bro.
Mhm.
I was about to say, is pain the greatest teacher, or can success teach you just as much?
That's a hard one to say. That's a
No,
duality. That's
I
a
say,
duality.
I say,
Pain. Oh, which because I was gonna say pain is a different type of teacher. I think success is the greatest teacher because it is what you did, the fruits of your labor. Like this podcast is successful. That mean what we did was right. That mean everything we did, taught, we was teaching. I mean, it is successful anyway. So you know we is doing the
yeah,
right thing. Yeah. So that's yeah. So success is the is the greatest teacher. Pain is just a different type of teacher because I don't know the pain of losing my father. I don't know what type of lesson that is to teach you. So yeah,
I was
but
just
it
about to
taught
say
me
that.
something. It taught me
Yeah.
something, you know. So it's a
You know
different
what it
type
taught
of
you though?
teacher.
You know what it taught you? It taught you do not give up on life. It told you to keep
Mm,
on that it's a way that you can keep on moving on through life.
mm,
That's what I was about to say. I know it can be equal at times, but I think
mm,
pain is the greatest teacher because what about like these tragic events that you went through in your life and it showed you that you can get up after all those times. People who successful and they been like what about somebody who just got success passed down to them? They don't really know much about going through adversity, and they don't know much about pain, and maybe they lost somebody, but you know them kind of people, they really don't care. They just thinking about the money, 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 how we gonna keep on moving it. So I look at it as whatever you went through in your life and you can keep on moving on and move on forward, that should be the one of the greatest teachings in life.
mm,
yeah, that's real, and I understand what you're saying. That's like a difference between a self-made millionaire and a trust fund baby.
Hmm.
mhm,
Like the
mm,
self-made millionaire, they gonna value the journey a lot more than somebody got gifted. But I say success is more valuable if you didn't get something passed down. If you are successful, like that at least gives you the blueprint, right? You have a blueprint, this works, follow this blueprint, and you probably get favorable results. Versus pain, like that may a lot of time pain just show you that this particular thing didn't work. It don't necessarily say that this is what you should do. It don't necessarily give you the answer. It just shows you that the answer that you chose was the wrong one. You know what I'm saying? So I say the success is gonna point me in the right direction, just repeat what I did before, and I should get a good outcome. You feel me?
mm,
Got you. I'm still ain't
mm,
changing my answer, nigga, but you, yeah, that make
mm.
still ain't changing my motherfucking answer. Nah, that was
There
a
you
good
go. Let me cook.
nah,
Let me
that was
cook,
good.
bro.
You already know, my brother. You already know. You know, man, I'm trying to sit back, man. I gotta indulge a little bit more, but you know, I'm just trying to sit back. Whenever my brother start cooking, y'all know I'm gonna let the mic down. But she said, "What's something you do to keep yourself happy? Like, what gives you, what that says, a
And
dopamine,
dopamine.
dopamine, even if it's just temporary? Um, what's something you do to
I
keep?
say little, like little wins, like little wins, like
Yeah,
like subscribers jumping. You know what I'm saying? Looking at likes, completing a book. You feel me? Like quizzing myself on little things like remembering. I'm trying to learn Spanish, man. Remembering these words and trying to when my boys try to tell me something, I'm trying to make out a sentence, and then I don't get it completely right, but I understand what they getting at. Like, yeah, that gave me a little dopamine rush right there. Made me feel good.
That's true. I'm about to
Mhm.
say same shit. Like like definitely doing the podcast, seeing us keep growing every week, seeing new people checking in, seeing the subscribers definitely jump. But something that make me happy now that I started a journey probably about like maybe 2 months ago is me coming home from work, and then start working out, doing this health journey. You know what I mean? That's something that's making me happy because like I was just explaining to Tosh the other day. I said, you know what? I don't want to watch my people that came before me and you see them going through the things that they going through. Like you see people got to check in with the doctor every week. They got to get diabetic shots. They got to take all these pills every week. I said, if we see that happening in front of us, we have the ability to change it because we have more knowledge of of the things that we are putting in our bodies today. So that's one thing that definitely makes me happy today.
Yeah, then when you see them results, when you look in the mirror, not even when you see the results, when everybody else see the results, you've been getting in, they like, damn, you been working out? Yeah, that make you feel good.
Hell yeah, that should make you feel good. Definitely. What makes you happy, Chris?
For me, hmm, I don't, it's that's weird because I don't got one specific thing like that as just a go to. It's many things that make me happy. Like I love shooting guns. Maybe going to the gun range is one of those things, or
I'm
driving in
going
a
for my
car.
B-Day. I'm going
That's
for my
some
B-Day.
people. That's about to
Yeah,
say that some people do.
yeah, or driving fast in my car or something like that. It's just many different things
This nigga
like
want
that.
to keep the fucking Mark number 5 and shit, man. This
Yeah,
nigga.
that give me a rush. So it's just different things that I got. But ever since I've been on this little spiritual journey, and then got my little lady friend. I mean, just basically talking to her ass that gives me a rush. Just being, some dope for me.
Auntie said yes, health is wealth, and then Tosh said, "So am I the only one who likes shopping?"
Mm.
I like it sometime, but yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. I don't
Yeah.
really want to
Y'all
do nothing.
definition of shopping is different.
I
Yeah, they
think me and Tosh, yeah, I think buying a nice fit. Yeah, let's go with that one. Nice, little nice fit. Me and Tosh could do that together.
yeah,
I like going to Saks. Doing the little valet parking, paying $12 for that, and then going into Saks. Going.
Oh, this nigga doing some other shit. I ain't paying nobody $12 to park my car. I paid too much money for that motherfucker. I'm gonna park this shit because I don't want no problems if you got a little scratch on
Now
my.
I always be fussing at them niggas because they gotta fix my steering wheel. I be like, bro, don't this ain't your car to be touching the steering wheel.
That's what they do. See, even when I go to the car wash, you want me to get in? Nope. I'm gonna put my shit
Cause
in
the
the.
steering wheel is automatic, so the shit ain't gonna be adjust once I get in there. It ain't gonna adjust back to me. I'll be mad. Fucking be tight.
I ain't gonna lie, me and Snow, we got it bad. We want to park in a valet, but we want to park it ourselves. I'm gonna
That's
pay
what
for the valet. Just let me park it, bro.
that's what
They
y'all
be
tell them.
confused. Oh
That's
yeah, they
what
be
I'm on, bro.
confused.
Yeah. I don't want you touching my
I want to
my
park up front, but
car,
let me
man.
park it.
Fuck my own joint, man.
Yeah,
This
I
individual
think
shit.
I'm gonna start telling them that I'll park it. I got
Yeah, I'm gonna just pay for it. Let me park it. Tell me where to go.
yeah, I'll park it. Yeah.
That's crazy, though. That's some wild shit, man. Y'all niggas crazy, but I will be doing the same thing though. I don't even like nobody driving my joint, man. I'm like, nope. Hey, yo, bro, nah, I'm good. Let me get ahead. Let me get the keys.
And
I'm gonna go ahead.
niggas be having tops in the car and all that shit. You gotta move your shit just for them to feel comfortable and all that. Nah, nigga.
Exactly.
Let me park my shit.
Exactly.
You stupid, yo. All right, that was a good one too, right there. We still got another true or false, and we got a couple of those multiple choice questions. But we're gonna get into a little break right now, y'all. This right here is B.A.T. Brothers at the Table, season 3, episode 25. Yo, everybody out there checking in with us, man. Throw them checks in the crowd. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, subscribe button. You out there on Facebook, man. Put one of them funny faces, a heart, a like, or something. But we'll be right back, y'all. We see y'all when we see y'all. We'll be back.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my
Why they wanna hate on that? Cause I'm me. Had lunch with my plug. This is how I eat. Real dope boys who be grinding in the streets. We work for a couple meals if you niggas ask me. I keep a bad bitch in love with the red bottom. CBT living, you niggas don't want problem. Cold boy flow, my product be y'all dope. They told me go and get it, was tired of being broke. Through the situations I pushed it till I made it. Wanna be a star, but all my life I was hated. Mama told me watch your back, the game crazy. Niggas acting like they down, but they shaded. Wouldn't be the root of Hollywood, they tried to take it. Gotta thank the man for this real nigga who made it. So if we got an issue to Smith and Wesson, I'm bustin'. I hold it down for the real niggas who get money. The rap game crazy, been in it half of my life. The streets what paid me, my eye on you janky niggas. That gun out safety for haters and broke niggas. You can never play me. But shit happen for a reason. Long as K Young alive and all my niggas still breathing. You still counting money, you roast niggas and fiending. What else you want me to say? I grind for a reason. Spit truth out my mouth, my words will never lie. Let's be your honest nigga, I'm real until I die. Picture perfect, I told you lame, this shit was worth it. Been through it all, I maintain, I ain't frontin'. Dedicated to money, homie, I stay hustling. Now the city on my back, I don't do this for nothing. I got babies to feed, they know a nigga thuggin'. I do this shit for my people, I got steps on.
Y'all, let's go. All right, let's go. We about to get back into it. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, this one, all the time, man. It seems like it do. Like when we do the brothers joint, man, it seems like this joint be just flowing by quick, man.
Quick, right? Yeah.
We got a whole 1 hour already into the show already. Like, damn, time be moving. Hey, yo, 10 man, you ready, brother? All right, there go my brother. He back. He back. All right. This last true or false right here before we move on to the multiple choice joints was true or false. It's easier to fool someone than to convince someone with evidence.
Big true.
True.
Shut up. She's my. Y'all don't want the ladies to join. Just say that. Be quiet, man. Y'all said true.
Yeah.
All right, so we all said true on that. I believe so too. I believe it's true too.
Yeah. Don't nobody
Man.
don't nobody want to look at no evidence, bro. Let's just be real. We want something that's nice, packaged with a bow that goes with everything that we done already thought, and that tend to be what we gravitate towards. You know what I'm saying? Like even certain things that we say on here, like I watch certain clips that we done posted, and then these people leave comments. I told her, I say, bro, look at this nigga. Like he don't even realize he's agreeing with what I said, and don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? But nah, people ain't trying to look into any type of evidence, bro. People don't like to read. You feel me? Like if you tell the extent of people research is a quick Google search, right? A quick Google search. And That's why I always tell people, whenever you finish college or whatever school, whatever your last grade that you completed, they're typically done learning unless it has something to do with their job. Like you don't know anything else. You haven't researched anything else outside of school unless it
Mhm.
has to do with the field that you're in. And that's
Mm.
sad. You feel me? Because you got kids to raise. And as we get older, technology improves, information is put forth, and you
Mhm.
don't know none of it because you're not interested in it. So yeah, it's very easy to fool somebody. Everybody foolish.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even when they got the facts laid out in front of them, when you could tell somebody something and you showing them right here in front of them, and you like, bro, look, listen, this is what I got for you, and they still denying you. You like, you know what? I give up. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to the group of people who I can talk to and show them these things right. But majority of people is not gonna, especially when they've been taught this, like you said, when they've been taught a certain way their whole life. It's hard for you to convince somebody, even when you got the evidence right in front of them. People is gonna go off of what they've been told their whole entire life.
Yeah, because I always say you could be the smartest dummy in a room full of dummies. So yeah, that's why I said true. Because people don't care about the facts. If it just fit their narrative, then if it go along with their narrative, then cool. That's the truth right there. So yeah, the smartest dummy in a room full of dummies don't mean you the smartest person. That just mean you just smart enough to fool the rest of them and get over on them and things like that. So yeah, that's why I said true, because that saying always comes to fruition when you see, be like, how the hell they follow him? Why they was listening to him? And then like shit, like what the hell was wrong with them? So yeah, that's why I said true.
Got you. She
That's
said,
called,
oh,
that's called con- Go ahead, go ahead.
nah, nah, guy. I was gonna read the question she had, but go ahead, Jay.
No, I was just about to say that's called confirmation bias.
Mm-hmm.
Confirmation bias. And that
Yep.
goes into what I say all the time. Everybody just looking for validation. They not looking for truth. If they was looking for truth, then they will be get things wouldn't sound so far fetched. And the goal is this, right? Like when I try to expose somebody to particular information, the goal is not to just win you over. The goal is just to plant a little seed and then I water that seed. And if you want to come around to it, Chris, come around. If you want to come around to it, then you just come around. Right. But
Mhm.
I'm not trying to convince you of anything. You feel me? Because people like their slumber. Because whenever you expose people to the truth,
Mm-hmm.
then they're faced with a decision. Right? They're faced with a decision to either do something or act like it just don't exist. And don't nobody want that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they rather just be sleep that way. They don't have to really make any like life changing, life altering decisions. And that's
Mm-hmm.
how people operate.
That's true.
Mhm.
That only when it's a court case against someone we want to put away, then that's when we want the evidence. That's it.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That's it. Only when it's in your beliefs. Yeah.
Like this white,
Yeah.
like it confirms to me, like what we all already know. Like this white dude, he was saying, "Yeah, man, I don't know. I'd rather be just white because it'll be hard to be black in America." So they know, like Jay just was saying, like they know, but they just try to get around it. They know the white privilege exists, but they try to act like it don't exist, or it's just something that's not in the air or something like that, because they don't want to face the reality of
Yeah.
it.
That's true.
Yeah.
She
They
said,
just in the now.
Hmm.
mhm. She said, is there anything people can't change your mind about, even with evidence? You don't have to share the example.
Now you can change my mind with evidence.
Jordan the GOAT. I'm always believe that. Can't change my mind on that. Mike
I
the
ain't gonna
GOAT.
argue with you. I ain't gonna argue with you on that, man. I ain't gonna argue
See,
with you.
but the thing is, if we gotta distinguish that right there, what Chris said, like, yeah, that's debatable. That just depends on what your cup of tea. But
Yeah.
like it's like it's a lot of things that we term evidence, but that don't necessarily mean it's true. Like it's a difference between truth and facts. They can put it in a history book, and now you thinking that it's facts. Nah, it can be fact, but that don't necessarily mean that it's the truth. It's just what they put on the books in order for you to believe it. You know what I'm saying? But you can sway my mind based upon evidence and truth. Like, I mean, you feel me? I'm open to it. I'm
Yeah.
open to it because, like I say all the time, we all got blind spots. Like
Mhm.
we are very limited in this body that we have. Like we don't use even close to the capacity that our brain is able to digest and process. We not even close to using all of that. You feel me? So it's a lot of things that we don't understand. So I'll be open to everything.
Yeah, because the brain is so like, man, the brain got so many avenues that we don't even use. Like we don't use the certain parts of the brain, like they said, junk DNA and everything
Yep.
like this. It's like what, like this, all the stuff that we don't use. It's not junk DNA. It's just shit that we don't tap into because we don't. Our brain don't tap. Our brain is only so focused on one thing, and I think it comes from radio waves and other transmissions that's blocking certain things. But it's just that's I'm sorry, Jay got me into it, so I had to talk about it. But that's the way it is. Like it's just different avenues and different things that you channel. So when you start channeling them different things, that's why we would be able to fly or manipulate our molecule our molecules
Molecular
or the
structure.
molecular. Yeah, but we can't do that because we it's certain transmissions that's blocked. Things they got all this gas and all these radio waves and certain shit that they use in the satellites, the 5G towers and everything that's given. What's funny on the 5G towers on certain most guys that worked on them. Most of the things like the batteries and all that is labeled COVID-19.
Mhm.
Just that's just a fun fact. But back to
That's
what I was saying, yeah, yeah. But the transmissions is blocking, yeah, is blocking us from certain things that we're supposed to be
Well,
able to be
I got
getting.
a good question on now. I was just about to have a good
damn.
question
Yeah,
too. Go.
I had some on how Chris started off, but I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, that five that those 5G towers, they was being instituted right when COVID came out, and people can't seem to see the correlation.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
yo, I'm not gonna lie. Me and my man had an argument over that shit. We had a
Mm.
whole argument, and at first, I wasn't agreeing with him with that. And then you start to see certain things happen, and you like, hmm, they got everybody inside the house while they installing all this shit out here in the world today. Why everybody can't come outside when all these new technology things is starting to happen? So, I had to go back to him and it's like, bruh, you did have a point at that time. Like, I'm sorry that I was challenging you on that. But like you said, when certain evidence come out and you see certain things being presented right in front of you, you like, yeah, you got to think twice about what's really going on out here.
And most
Yeah,
and most of
because
the COVID deaths, and hold on, like most of the COVID deaths was similar to people of radiation poisoning or that got hit
that's
with a
what I said.
nuclear bomb or something like that. Like they had symptoms like the people of Hiroshima, Nagasaki, or Chernobyl and shit like that. That's not like how's these people bodies like got burned from COVID-19 and
Hold
things
on,
like
hold on,
that.
hold on 1 second. This is all for promotional use, YouTube.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't want y'all to give us
Let's
Allegedly,
say C19,
promotional
C19.
C-19 allegedly.
use.
Yeah.
You know how
Nah,
these.
what you said is true because I mean, if it's that scary, then why they got these people outside installing? I guess they was immune to the virus because they was outside installing the damn towers,
Hmm.
and they couldn't be affected. They didn't. They the only ones that didn't have to be inside. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's exactly what happened. It's the same symptoms of radiation poisoning. And at
Hmm.
first, they was telling you take some ibuprofen and stay at home for 2 weeks. But then now it's a mandated vaccination that they had to get. Like, come on, make it make sense. It makes no sense, right? And then
Yeah.
and we already understand that it was a money grab. Was something going on? Yes, but it was more so just radiation poison.
Look,
Hmm.
Haley just said that.
There
Jay,
you
look,
go.
Haley
It
Yeah.
was
just
a
said.
money grab. You feel me? Don't let them hook you up to that respirator because wasn't nobody dying at home. They was only dying in the hospitals.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Soon as they got them under their care, the person that you supposed to trust with your life, now you did. Like, come on, make it make sense. It doesn't, you
That
know.
don't.
And that
It,
and that goes into what we were just talking about a little bit, the evidence and the truth, whatever
yeah,
we was talking about.
Yeah,
Is right there in front of you. It's so crazy how you can see things so clearly, and you have to beg people because you care about them. You have to try to beg them to see.
yeah.
I'm past that point. I'm past that point now
Me too.
because I understand that everybody ain't ready for certain things. Some people are advanced souls, and some people are babies. It's a reason why, bro. You ever heard somebody tell you, "Hey, you got an old soul"? It's a reason for that. I ain't gonna get too deep into that. But you
That's
got
true.
some people that just not ready. They're just not ready for certain things. So I don't waste my time anymore.
I
Yeah.
got a question for that. I was just about to say, so why do people often reject facts that challenge their beliefs?
Because they wanna, cause lie is in the middle of belief. They wanna believe instead of facing the truth.
There you go, my man. There you go.
Because because we because us as people, bro, we have egos, bro. Like we have egos. You don't wanna wake up one day, you 40 years old and and have to come to the realization that everything that you've been believing is a lie. It turns your world upside down. And you don't want your world to be turned upside down because you probably already in chaos. And so you're gonna be like, well, damn, this whole time I've been thinking this. Nah, I'm gonna just try to divert all intel that's coming towards me that goes against what I was already thinking. That's how it is.
That's right, and
Yes.
that's why.
Except for accepting it and saying, I just got to relearn what I was taught because what I was taught was his story instead of actually learning the true story.
And when and another thing that's like happening with our people is that when you try to speak to them like about spirituality, and they want to tell you about a religion and shit like that, that's another thing that loses me. I'm like,
Hmm.
y'all keep reading from the same books of the people who had you in chains and shackles. So you think those people got the best interest for you today, and y'all keep believing in those people words.
It's,
That's the
it's
shit
it's
that I
it's
can't.
it's been no update to the King James version. They've been reading the same Bible since 1600s, man.
Really, well, really, it was 16 Bibles. It was 16 other Bibles before the King James.
James, yeah.
Before that, yes, before the King James
You know what
Bible.
I'm saying? And before
Hmm.
it even reached the shores, and before it didn't reach the shores of America to what the 1611, the original King James was in 1611. It didn't reach the shores over here to about like the 1800s. So to
Yeah,
be
to the
honest, it's only
printing
like
press. Yeah, to the printing press.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is only like 400 years old. You feel me? So this is new. Like when you talk about like your ancestors and stuff, like they didn't know nothing about this.
Hmm.
This is something that we was given without question, right? And we couldn't even freaking read it, you
Yeah,
know.
they didn't
And when
allow
you
us to
and when
start reading
people
until the 1800s, like the pastors and things. What I got into, but my bad, cutting you off.
right, and then when we look up like all of these papal bulls that was put in place, this is something that was put upon the people by force. It's put upon the people by force. Look up how many people got killed if they didn't venerate this new religion that they put on the people. And that's why I got to question the people because the same thing that they talk about in the story of Moses is the same thing that they did in terms of Christianity. The
Hmm.
same thing that they did. You have Moses, he going to Egypt and he telling them about this new God, and these people have no idea about this God, and God kills all of their people. They get killed because they had no idea what this dude Moses was talking about. And it's the same way whenever they instituted Christianity, they're bringing this Jesus Christ to these people, and these people don't know what they're talking about. And if they don't go with it, they kill them. It's the same.
Yes.
It's so
Nah,
obvious, bro.
I don't think that's true, Vern. The Bible was created by somebody that was a great writer, but I don't know about no alien race because the Bible is different stories created from. It's just different stories taken from other parts of the world.
Uh,
From
I think I get where he getting at because I do think a lot of these people at the top are mixed
That's
up. That may
yeah.
not be fully well then it's a difference between man and mankind. That's why they say one giant step for man, one giant leap for mankind. When they quote unquote reach the moon, it's
Hmm.
a distinction between the two.
I think
But
the people
I
we the
get where they're
aliens. We the aliens and they the humans, but that's in the
It's a
different. That's a
difference.
different
Yep.
topic. That's a
Yep.
different story. Yeah, that's we could be here all night with that
Yeah,
one.
we
But yeah, we're the aliens and they the humans. So you're right about that, bro.
Yep.
It's like ancient weapons that the government and military of today are starting to create. Yes, that's 100. That's how I look at it, Cheese.
Started
I
to.
look at it the
Yep.
same way. I look at it the same, and that's why I always try to tell like the older generation, like when you challenging them, even though like you said, it's like beating a dead horse. It ain't gonna move. But when you trying to challenge them and you showing them the evidence right in front of them, and they like, but this is what the word said. I'm like, so you really think the same people who wasn't letting us read and learn about our own history didn't read that book and try to make what's going on today come true in that book so it can scare you into doing certain things. It can scare
Mhm.
you into not living. And so I'm just looking at them. I'm like, bro, think for yourself for a minute. Like this is not no spiritual world. This is not beyond. This is not beyond being. These are men. This is a man who wrote this shit for you. The people who did not have the interest for you, and you gonna take their word over my word, and I'm giving you the evidence right here in front of you.
But
No,
the
how,
thing
no,
is,
how,
but the thing
oh,
is, let me go real quick, Chris. But the thing is you don't even have to give them evidence. You can just show them what their book says. Like your book says this, but your pastor is telling you this.
Yeah,
Which one is right?
that's what
You
I'm
feel
saying.
me? You
Yes.
got these people that's talking about like one of the biggest one is the rapture. The rapture
Mhm,
gonna come and people gonna get drift away, and then all these. The book
mm,
don't say that.
mm,
And
mm,
I showed somebody it verbatim right here. Like look at this. This is what your book says.
mhm,
And the response is, well, God is sovereign. He can do whatever he want to do. That's not what we're talking about. All I'm doing is showing you what your book is saying. So you're saying you've been taught this. You've been taught that this is what's going to happen. But I'm showing you the Bible is telling you this. So either your pastor didn't teach you right, he didn't read, you
mhm.
didn't read something. Because we can just stay in the book and tell you how your belief system is faulty.
It,
yeah.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I
I
believe.
just, I just always ask them
Go
like,
ahead, Chris.
just everybody just go and ask your pastors. So the story of Adam and Eve, that's just the beginning, right? So why did they give? So Eve had Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel. Then they gave her another son, Seth. Seth is the Egyptian god of the dead who killed his brother Osiris. Why did they have Eve have another son named Seth that would be actually the devil? Ask your pastors that, and if they could give you an answer, then
That's too deep. That's too deep because they don't know who set
Yeah,
is.
they I'm about to say you about to make them people. Yeah, you about to make them people go there and probably slap they pastor on Sunday.
but
They
just
don't know
ask
who.
them why.
You
Why
might say
no?
you might
Just ask them this simple
yeah,
question: Why did they give? Why did they give Eve the Egyptian god as her son?
but Jay, but no, Chris, you are right. And Jay, what you were saying is that to me, I think the pastor knows better. He just he just one of their servants. He's one of those people, the higher up servants, to keep our minds
Mhm.
from not expanding. Just like you said with the flies in a jar. We can
Yeah.
fly
Yeah.
higher than the jar, but we don't know that because we got a man in front of us telling us that we should live this way. This is the righteous way to live. And that man don't even know what he's talking about because he ain't never passed on. If he did pass on, he don't remember what happened in the afterlife or none of that shit. So that's the things that I'm looking at the people and I'm like, why would you believe? And then when you go into the church, y'all don't figure out that they open up the same scriptures for y'all week by week. They read the same scriptures every few weeks. They never get to the end of the Bible. They start the Bible, but they never got to the whole end. Or they go to the last chapter of the Bible and then they jump back to want something that the congregation done came together with for the week so they can revert back to that kind of I mean go back to that section in the Bible so it can sound good for this Sunday service now. So that's how I look at it. I believe those pastors know what they are doing to control the people's minds.
Yeah.
I think most of them do. I think most of them do. I think some of them have a good heart and really believe what they talking about. But then when you really, if I just don't understand how you can like really read it like I have, and then just not question everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I was reading a book to get answers, but when I read the book, I just had more questions. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, cause you be surprised. A lot of people that claim to be Christian, they don't read that book. They may have read a scripture here and there. They may go to a Bible study, whatever. They haven't even if they haven't read the whole book, they haven't even read half of it or a
Mm-hmm.
quarter of it. They haven't read it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you actually do read it, you will start to have a lot of questions and you will start to see holes in the story. So it's kind of hard to hear a person like me speak whenever you haven't even really even delved into the information. I'm not even talking about the outformation that the things that's not inside the book. Now, let's just talk about what's in the book right now. And they don't even really know it. I can bring up scriptures that they don't even know that's there. You feel me? So those type of people, it's kind of you wasting your time trying to get them because they're afraid. They're afraid.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah, the end. Yeah, I think you're getting the timelines mixed up, and it wouldn't even make sense. The Anunnaki came way before the Egyptians, so I don't even know how. No,
Oh,
never
he
mind.
said the Anunnaki, yeah, created the
Yeah,
Bible.
What they said?
the
Said the Anunnaki
timelines is
created the Bible.
yeah, the timelines is off, man.
That
I
got to be your
understand
God.
what you're saying,
No,
but the
no,
timelines are
that's
too far
no. The
apart.
Anunnaki is about a couple thousand years before the Bible, like a couple thousand
Yeah,
years.
yeah, like yeah,
And
that's what
even
I
if
said.
you and even if you go to the King's list is gonna put it a couple 100,000 years.
100,000 years before the yeah, that's why I said
Yeah.
that would
So
it wouldn't correlate correctly. Yeah.
yeah.
Got you.
But the stories, I think what you meaning to say is the stories that made its way to the Bible come from the older Sumerian stories
The older
around
Sumerian
that time.
stories,
The
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 fallen
the
angels and
Hold on, hold
Yeah,
things
on.
like
the epic of Gilgamesh, the Lost Book of Enki, the
in
Atrahasis, um,
the Book of
the
Enoch.
yeah, those things predate the Bible by thousands of years.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
got
because
that book right here too.
The Book of Enoch will predate the Bible way. It not the story of the fallen. I think that's what gets mixed up is that the timeline of the Bible is so damn. Like whoever done that, they done it on purpose to confuse people because the fallen angel story is way before the story of Adam and Eve. So
Yes.
the Adam and Eve and the God created that is not the beginning of the Bible. That's just one timeline. That's one beginning. That's the beginning of Egypt. See, that's what people. That's the beginning of Egypt and that period in that land over there when they say God created this and He made land and made light and all that. Yeah, they talking about the beginning of that culture of that land of that timeline and all that. But because it doesn't make sense, then you jump to the fallen angels, where we know that's way 300,000 years before that even predates any civilization. You
Yes.
know, so
Let me
it's they purposely threw things in the Bible, like the Book of Jeremiah actually goes along with Genesis. They're that supposed to be one book, but they split those books in two, so they make the confuse people. So it gets deep. Mhm.
Got you.
so before you go, Rod, let me show people I don't be talking out of my ass. Look at that. The sacred symbols of the Dogon. We already know about the Dogon. That's where the papal mitre comes from. That's why the hat, where the fish hat, that's a symbol of Dogon. And the Dogons are the people who told you about the star systems before we even knew what the star systems was. They charted this stuff down before modern technology.
Mm-hmm.
Slave species of the gods. There were giants upon the earth, Zechariah Sitchin. The Anumic list. These are the tablets that y'all need to get into. and the Lost Book of Iki as well. That's one of the Anunnaki, one of his tablets.
Yes.
Hmm.
I don't talk out of my ass when I talk about these things. Just go research this stuff.
Yeah,
I
because they
actually got the tablets of Inky, like that's like, cause I don't read, but I actually got the tablets of Inky of where he wrote down of how they created the we ain't gonna, let's just get
yo,
into
listen,
let's just
listen.
get into our
Yeah,
multiple
we
choice.
gonna get in multiple choice, but nigga, stop saying you don't read, nigga. You research, so you reading something. You can't just have self awareness and self knowledge without gaining it from
I
somewhere.
don't.
So you reading something. You ain't get.
I,
Listen, I know you got a motherfucking watt, nigga. I know you got 1,000 watt up there, nigga. But you
but
ain't absorbing all that energy from the earth, nigga.
nah, I don't, cause I don't want people to get thinking that I'm reading books. I don't read books. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't read
You too,
books.
nigga. Don't say that. You need to read books.
That's what I was
That's
telling
how
you. Yeah,
you.
I mean,
That's how
they.
you validate. That's how
yeah,
you validate what you already thought. Because
But
if
I
you
yeah.
know
don't
what's
have nothing to
already in
challenge,
those books. That's the thing that's crazy. I know what's in those books. Like I
yeah,
don't
but
have
you
to.
gotta valid. You gotta validate it though. You gotta have a like a counter perspective to kind
Yeah,
of challenge what you already thought. You feel me?
that, yeah. Uh-huh. That's true. But yeah, that was a good one though, man. That was a good one. We went off the little deep end, but that's cool though. That's what we do on the brothers. The brothers get busy. But yeah, we got the two multiple choice joints before we get up out of here tonight. The first one was what do men need more of? A, mentorship, B, encouragement, C, accountability, D, community.
Community, man.
We pick community.
I
It's
pick
that
community.
community too.
I was between both of those. I picked C though. I picked accountability. I believe I said accountability. Like I was thinking about the community and I was thinking about accountability. I chose accountability because I feel like we don't like not us as brothers up here, whatever. We can have the conversation, but I see other people when I'm looking at their relationships and I see things going on around the neighborhood and I see brothers encouraging the nonsense that's happening in the streets and shit today. I'm like, brother, we need to hold each other. We definitely need to have some accountability, and we have to stop encouraging and ignoring the dumbness that's going on in our streets today. So
That's why
that's
your
what I
big
chose.
head ass should have went with community, because you get that accountability if you got a
Nah,
community.
but I understand that. I understand that, but bro, we got a community. Listen, we got a community. We have a
No,
community.
we don't have we
Been
got a
held
broken
accountable for.
community.
Yeah, it's broken. Why? Why is it broken though? Because nobody's holding nobody accountable at the same time. I understand that. That's what I'm saying though. You know what I mean? Like I feel y'all why y'all chose community. Just like I said, I was in between both of them, but I thought about we not holding each other accountability. Like we supposed to be doing better, especially with the knowledge that the brothers have today and more of the shit that we have access to. I think we should be doing a little better as a community.
I think that we should, but the reason why I didn't choose accountability is because the world gonna hold you accountable. You black. You feel me? Like your results is gonna hold you accountable. Like I feel and it's hard to hold somebody accountable when you don't even know what's right. Like we grew up, like I say all the time, we grew up thinking having the wrong depiction of a man. We thought being a man was being the tough guy, being macho, not
Gangster.
taking no stuff. I'm a real nigga. That's what we thought being a man was. You feel me? I'm ignorant. I'm a real nigga. You feel me? That's what we think being a man is. So if that's what you think being a man is, you can't really hold nobody else accountable because they got the same type of disposition that you have. You feel me? And if we did have a community, if we did have a community, well, really, it don't matter if we had a community if
Uh-huh.
if we don't really understand what the goals and the values and morals should be. You feel me? That stopped a long time ago. And like you was getting at, why don't we have a community? We already know why we ain't got it because we
Yeah.
ain't got no families.
Yeah.
We ain't got no families. We all separated. We all divided. Man against the woman. Go ahead.
But I was just about to say that because we let it just go on too long without holding people accountable. Like we was egging on the nonsense. Like people in our community today, it's like they celebrate the 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 wrong shit. You know what I mean? So I don't understand how we can't look at holding each other accountable. And like what you said, yeah, maybe people grow up wrong and they think they're supposed to be macho, but we should have more circles of people coming around and letting them know that maybe, hey, brother, that's not what's that's not the only thing you should like compare yourself to being a man is you being all this masculine energy and you being this macho tough guy. It's more than that to being a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I think,
that's true. Go ahead, Chris.
yeah,
but
Chris.
I think that's where shit that got kind of lost. Like when we talked about the generations last time, because a lot of things that was supposed to be held accountable wasn't our job to be holding people accountable for. Like the crack era, the 80s, the 90s, and all that. We still was teens and kids coming. Some of us was teens, some of us was kids. The older generation didn't hold themselves accountable. So the backlash of it is now what we got today, where you expect the millennials to hold everybody accountable for the shit that we wasn't even a part of. That's why I think if we could establish a better community, we could start holding people accountable. But if like we can't just say because you can't have the older guys trying to hold us accountable for shit that they done. Like that's where the gap is. That's where a lot of shit. Like I always said, like I always tell niggas, oh, you just an older nigga, a old nigga with a beard that's fucked up in the face that didn't get it right. You can't tell me shit. You know, like if you 55 and I'm 37, like I know you didn't hold your homeboys accountable for the shit that they was doing. That's why most of y'all look fucked up. And I'm not trying to say all of them look fucked up, but a lot of them look fucked up. But you ain't hold your homeboys accountable for fucking all these hoes and having all these kids and not raising them, and that's why you got a bunch of these YNs or millennials running around the way they are. So that's why I say the gray area is hard when you say accountability, because the men before us. I'm not trying to play a lot of them, not our fathers, but a lot of their friends and homeboys was weak. We didn't we changed the millennial men, we kind of changed that aspect, but a lot of guys before us, I could say it with my chest, they were some weak ass niggas, you know. Yeah.
Correct.
But,
Go ahead, Jay.
but that's the dichotomy of it, right? Like that's the
Mhm.
dichotomy of it. Like it's on one end we can say, okay, you don't have the results, so you can't tell me nothing. But on the other end, it's like you went through it, so maybe you can help me so I don't have to go through it. You feel me? So I think it's like a definite balance to where somebody who actually had a hard life or whatever, they can tell you about it so you ain't gotta go through and have the same pitfalls that they didn't have. Right. So I think that's the thing. And in terms of being accountable, I think accountability will come more if it's more of a community aspect, because it's okay for me to hold my partner accountable or hold this one partner accountable or this person holding me accountable versus a community of men holding everybody accountable. I think that'll be way more beneficial than just one person here and there and all of that trying to hold people accountable when they don't really know what's up. Now, if we have a group amongst of each other and we all have a certain type of disposition towards certain things, then yeah, we can hold each other accountable because we all at that level of maturity that we can actually do that and digest the accountability. But in terms of like the collective as our community, we need to have a community in order to help hold everybody accountable. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it'll be a lot more effective than just trying to reach one person at a time and all of that. When it'll be a lot more better if all of us was on that type of time. We can have better results.
Yeah, that's what I was, and yeah, I feel you on that, and that's what I was saying. Like, if we can have more people to come around and do these circles and start to pull people in and have these conversations with people, maybe things could change a little bit. So I feel while y'all was talking about the community over accountability, y'all guys changed my mind. I agree with you fellas. Y'all changed my mind. I agree with y'all guys on that. We do
Yeah,
need the community back. But she said,
yeah.
When is the last time you talked to someone and said that's not cool, not including your child?
Oh, every day I gotta talk to a nigga about telling them that's not cool. Or like, bro, don't do that. You don't
Mm,
do. We too old for that. Or you bugging. Y'all niggas need to change
nigga,
y'all.
hold on, nigga. I talked to your ass about that too. I was just about to say that. I talked to this
I was
nigga.
about to say you about to talk. I about to say that Rod had to talk to me about
I'm
that.
about to say, had to tell this nigga that. I'm about to say, yo, Chris, nah, don't do
Jay
this.
and Rod had to tell me that. What
In
that was
so many
today?
words, like we're
When was
like I
that?
said,
Today or
I
yesterday?
think that was yesterday. I think that was yesterday, I believe. Yeah, but yeah, like in so many words, I'm gonna try to tell my, yo, listen, bro. I don't think you're supposed to move in that way. That's not cool. So just be careful. Watch out and keep your head up, man. She said Rogers did it today. Yep, yeah, yeah, hell yeah. Yep, definitely. I just did it up when me and her was talking.
I can't really think of one off the top of the head.
That is a tough one to think about because sometimes, especially when you don't have these conversations all the time with people, it'd be hard sometimes. But we always talk on the regular, and we sit down, we had these conversations, and I feel like we have been around each other, and we've been doing this for a long time now. So I feel comfortable enough to give y'all my honest opinion on things. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
sugarcoat it and be like, yeah, I don't know. Nah, bro. If I'm not feeling something, or if y'all not feeling something, it's easy for us to have these conversations. That's what make the relationship better, and that's what make the brotherhood grow.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Can't call ourselves beyond all topics if certain topics are off limits.
That's right.
Mhm.
Got that. I think one of the main problems is people not having the courage or motivation to make the community better. No one wants to risk their livelihood to make a change for the people around them. That is true, Cheese.
Well, the thing with that is because the thing, and I agree with you 1,000%. But the thing is, and it's sad to say, there's been no benefit. It's been no benefit to be a visionary and a revolutionary, like especially when the people who you fighting for is not going to back you.
Mm-hmm.
Historically, we have thrown our leaders under the bus. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? So that's not going to incentivize people to want to be that person. You want people to follow you and rally behind you, but then there's always some boule ass person, some infiltrator who gonna sell you out. So
Mm-hmm.
if we could stick together and each one of us like genuinely have each other's back, I think it'll go far. But it's like there's no benefit to telling the truth and speaking out. You just get shunned and ridiculed.
Yep.
Mhm.
And like you
Yes,
said, with
yes.
all the evidence right in front of the people, they still scared to move. She said, "Yeah, Jay, you a coach. I know you do it."
I wouldn't mind. I love the kids. Jay love the kids.
That's what I told him. I love me too, man. I love to be a coach, man. I won't be out there hollering at them much as I do and shit, but I'll be on them hard. Yo, listen, short long.
Hmm.
Remember the
Hmm.
titles out this motherfucker. Listen, I'm telling y'all now, if they even get another yard, I'm taking every single one of you motherfuckers
Mhm.
out. Gain another yard, little homies.
Oh,
Nah, yeah, that was a good one though. But I like that question right there. Y'all definitely changed my mind on that one, man. That was good though. We do got one more. Y'all got anything else before we move on to the last multiple choice question?
now let's get it.
All right, we good to the
No.
last one then. All right,
Let's get it. Then we can see if we can get to what Chris was talking about.
got you. All right, yeah, we can do it right now then. All right, the last one was re- when people remember you, what do you hope they mention first? A, your character. B, your success. C, your generosity. D, the impact you had on others.
So
So
what? So this question I was gonna say when you hear names like what, like Einstein, Galileo, Da Vinci, Neil deGrasse. So I would think that'd be the impact. So I said D. Cause that's what I want to be left. My name to be left with those
Mhm.
type of names that had an impact on changing something for the greater good of man.
I had I
yeah,
chose
I had
yeah, I was between A and D. I was leaning more on D of the impact, but also the character. But Anyway, though, I'm gonna go with D, and it's the impact that you want to leave on the world. Like you want to leave some type of mark. You want to let people know that you was here. Like I don't really care if people not having these debates about us, about our show and shit. I just want people to know that what we was doing up here and what we will continue to do up here is try to spread great information to our people
Mhm.
and help the next generation come along and stop continuing the same things that's happening before us. Like we don't need to be out here encouraging more of Alpos and rich porters and shit. We need to be encouraging our kids more to be sitting on sitting on maybe the Supreme Court or maybe being a lawyer working for some type of state or something like that. That's the only way that I can see us leaving big impacts on the world if we start to teach the next generation that it's more than just fast money out here or it's more than just being a some type of sports player.
And just to answer Tosh's question, but without slavery, we wouldn't be driving cars and flying planes. Is deeper than just that's another topic why slavery had to happen.
You ain't supposed to be
That
talking about that shit. Hold the fuck up now.
no. I'm not justifying it, but it's we got to go backstage when the for me to even explain what
Yeah. Cause
yeah.
don't
No,
leave it
I'm not
vague.
justifying. I'm
Hold on.
not doing the
No.
Kanye
No.
West. No,
I'm
I'm
about
not
to say,
saying
yeah, I'm about to say,
no.
don't leave a vague answer because then they niggas gonna be like, yo, we gonna tear their
No.
ass up now.
Basically, I'ma just say basically what I like we
Hmm.
wasn't a governmental people. We wasn't a governmental people. That's basically what I'm gonna say. That's if you know about difference between being government and being tribal, you know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Somebody had to do it for us to get my either we was gonna do it to them or yeah. Somebody had to do it for us to get where we was at today. Basically what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
you, brother. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I said, dude, we all said the same thing. Um, like it's a reason why I got King tatted on me like 4 times. Um, I believe that wholeheartedly. Like whenever you leave this earth, your impact need to be felt because let's be honest, most of us gonna leave this earth and ain't nobody gonna remember you besides your close people, people that you was close with. That don't necessarily mean that you had an impact.
Hmm.
So for me, I would like to everybody that I come across, like I always tell people, I'm the big brother that I didn't have. And I know that I may rub people the wrong way a lot of time. But one thing that you're gonna be able to say about me, like you're gonna be like, damn, he was right. Man, that nigga get on my nerves, but he was right. Feel me? I don't care. I don't care if you like me or not, but something that I've said to you, I guarantee will impact your life and make you look at something different. That's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? And long as I'm able to do that, that means that I did my part. Because I know me being a leader, having the gift of speaking, I know that's what I'm supposed to do. And if I'm doing that, then that means that I'm functioning in a capacity that I'm supposed to function in, and I'm living out the mission that I was sent here to live out. And long as I do that, I'm fulfilled. So, and I look at it like this, and I ain't trying to sound no type of way. If you have me as a friend, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the amount of time that we spend, I guarantee I touch your life in some type of way. Regardless if you realize it now or later, you'll realize it at some point.
That's right. That's the impact that I try to leave on people. Yeah. So that's 100% true, brother.
Yeah, that's why I always say the impact, Well, I
We
guess
can talk
the
about I can talk about character too though. Like I would,
character is something big, you know. But I think when you get leave that impact, people will know your character. They'll know what type of person you was, what type of character you left. You were like the impact that MLK had. You know his character, what type of character he was, and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think impact and character go along,
yeah, go
coincide
along
with
with
each other. But I just was gonna ask, from true or false, every man should take time to find himself? And
That was the question I think we had last night, right? I think
yeah,
that's
yeah, that was one of the
hold on.
ones from
Hold on.
last night.
Let me get the exact joint so we
Oh,
won't.
yeah,
I'm gonna get the exact one right now. I got you. All right. The one we had last night was true or false. Every man should spend time alone to discover who he is.
yeah. I said true on that one.
Very true too.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe it's true. Why you think it's true?
I just said true because during my spiritual journey, I'm still on it, but I found some. But during that time, just that time alone, like those few months, 3, 4 months, just grinding, being alone. I think like I was telling y'all, I found the true, like I found my true self, and I always tell you I'm not gonna let nobody dim my light this time, and I don't care if they think I'm coming off arrogant or cocky. No, because I'm humble. I'm humble person, but I know I need to be this fun person. I need to be this outgoing person and come out of, this introverted stage of mine and just be me, just be Chris. So that's why I said, yeah, finding myself. This it's been the best few months, and I think this the best year I had in a long time. So yeah, I find it. Yeah, that's why I said true.
That's true. I think us as men, yeah, you do need to spend some time to yourself. You clear your thoughts, think about what you need. You could reflect on life, you could reflect on past mistakes, maybe something that you probably didn't like that you done that you thinking about you want to correct today. Or I see it as people who always need a crowd around them. What you were saying the other day, Chris, about people being weak. Now I see that being a sign of like a little bit weakness to me, where you always want to have a party or you always want to have all this chaos around you and shit like that. So me as a man, nah, I need some peace time to myself. I definitely like spending time by myself. So whenever, when Tosh gotta go out, go to work and I'm off that day, like that be some of the best days I be having by myself. Like being in a relationship so long and y'all know each other and when she come home, you already know what we about to do. We're about to do this stuff. So in that time that I can spend alone, I can not worry about do I got to get up and I have to do something right now at this point. I'm in my zone, so I'm sitting there and I get to think about a lot of things that I'm trying to accomplish in life, or I'm thinking about what I'm gonna try to make this show better. Do a lot of things in my spare time when I get to sit back and have that nice thought in my mind.
Yeah, I think that's very important. I think that's very important for men and women alike. But especially for men because you supposed to be the forerunner for your family, and I think it's gonna be more so beneficial for you to spend that time in order to find who you find yourself. Because if you don't know who you are and you're trying to lead a family, you're not gonna be able to lead them properly,
Mhm.
right? And that's why I always say a lot of time when you have those aha moments or moments when you just sitting in silence and you don't have nothing going on, you don't have no outside distractions. But that's the thing, people always have something going on. People never just really just sit there without having their phone in their hand. They never just sit there to just sit and think, meditate, because a lot of the answers to the situations that you may have will come to you. It'll come if you just have no distractions, no TV on, just sit there. You
Mhm.
feel me? Or if you riding home, ride in the car with some silence. It ain't got to be nothing on. Just think, and the answers will come. You feel me? But we just not tuned in. We just not tuned in to what's going on. That's why our life is so chaotic because we always just entertain and have so many things at the forefront of our mind. But I think that's definitely important for a man to, especially if you're a man trying to lead somebody, a man that's on purpose, a man that's trying to be a visionary. You need to have that time to yourself before, especially before you try to like talk to females and you ain't ready. You feel me? Like you spending bread that you ain't got, trying to impress people and all this other type of stuff. Like, nah, that just gonna set you backwards.
Mhm.
It's a lot of people who be in those situations and be in those states. Like a lot of people who claim to be broke, they're gonna continue to be broke until they really realize that I can't afford to be doing this and trying to impress these people. Let me stack my bread before I do this, and then I'll be able to do this comfortably. You stay broke a lot longer until you really accept the fact that you broke and stop trying to live outside of your means. You feel me? But like I say, spending time to yourself, that'll give you a lot of the answers to the questions that you already have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How the Christian folks would say, won't he do it?
I want to do it.
Won't he
I
do
want to
it?
do it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's why I just say yeah, yeah, Auntie, that spiritual, that private, and that peace, you need that on that journey. Like Jay, like you right, even distractions. Like that's why I said I wasn't messing with no woman or anything because that, believe it or not, a woman is a distraction, bro. Like that's a big distraction,
Yeah, for
especially
sure.
if you're
For
trying
sure.
to get in a relationship with her and things like that. If you like her, like I like this little.
'Cause it's time. It's time. It's
Yeah,
time now. It's
yeah,
different. It's no more just getting up thinking about yourself and
yeah,
now you got somebody else that you got to think about how do I might measure up to this or
yeah.
what do they want to do today? It's no more just
Mhm.
I'm gonna get up today and I'm gonna just go out and go have some drinks or something tonight.
And
Like it's you
then
gotta
depending on her profession, you always got like Jay said. Now, damn, I always got to compete. So fuck, I got to go buy a new fit now because you know what I mean? Gotta stay. Yeah, but nah, no, no, I'm just joking. But yeah,
that's
that's
cool.
yeah.
That's cool, brother. Shit, I ain't mad at you, buddy. They could keep that shit. You want to keep buying a new fit? I'm gonna pack your shit like Biggie did Faith in that video and put it outside the door.
Yeah.
Keep buying all them goddamn fits.
Yeah, distraction. Yeah, the
Yeah.
distraction is crazy, man. Yeah, that the woman could be a distraction. That's the biggest thing. But yeah, just on that spiritual journey, just that them time alone, man. Like I said, I'm having fun and I'm humble with it. I got a lot of more humility than I had before. So that's how you know you're doing the things right. And like Jay said, like you ain't got man, stack that bread up. Then when it's time to pop out, but do it correctly. Like do it humble. Don't boast on people. Like I had a talk with a friend. Like we had to get a clarity. It's like you was I'm not stunting on you if I said I'm not dimming my light. Like I'm not dimming. I did that for people before, and it didn't get me nowhere. But to square one, so I got to stay on square 10. You know.
I'm laughing at Tasha in the crowd. She
Mm.
always talking. Nobody, you ain't even listen. She must have went in and out the conversation. You're not even listening to what Chris was saying. We just had different opinions on something. God damn.
Auntie be on one.
What she
Auntie be
say?
on frequencies. She be hitting that
Yeah,
bell.
Vern.
Yup.
I'm from
Hitting that
Jupiter, and the
bell.
girl she from Saturn. A little bit of Mars in her
Great.
too.
I
Yeah,
got
man.
a I got a I got a book that Auntie like.
That's
I
what's
got a
up.
book that Auntie like. But nah, ain't it crazy that distractions like good things can be distractions like learning, right? Distractions are something that turns you off from your norm.
Mhm.
So in my eyes, social media can be distraction, but in another person's eyes, learning can be a distraction because that's taking them away from their norm. It's
Yes.
crazy.
Keep the main thing the main thing. Bang.
Keep the
But yeah,
main.
that was a good one. That was a good
That was
one.
good, man. That was
Damn, good show tonight, man. We rocked out. It felt don't even feel like 2 hours. Shit.
uh-huh.
We was here 2 hours. Damn, don't
Yeah,
even
that was
feel like.
kind of yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. That's why I said, man, it's like every time we be rocking out, the joint be going by quick, man.
So we off tomorrow, right? We
Yeah, they
off.
got some. Yeah, they got something going on tomorrow, so that's why we gonna hit up. That's
So
why I said,
I'm gonna probably link with you to tomorrow, Chris.
Round what time?
Uh, I don't even know. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna give you a heads up. I'm gonna give you a heads
All
up, but I'm gonna probably not. I'm gonna be not too far around from your way. I'm gonna let you know.
right, just let me know because I might be. That's what I'm saying. I might be with. I
I'm gonna
might
give
just
you a
have
heads
to.
up.
Yeah, I might have to
I'm gonna
shoot
give you a
that.
heads up.
Vern
Yeah.
talking about we need 3 hours. No, we don't need 3 hours, Vern. We don't need 3 hours, man. Vern
Hey,
is
but what
crazy.
Tosh said, talking about the impact, I seen a comment. We talking about positive impact. Sure,
Yeah.
Jay.
The philosophy of
One
Marcus.
second.
He got it. He about to go grab the book now before I drop the prayer.
Marcus Garvey, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. Marcus Garvey, man. Man, Marcus Garvey.
Yeah.
That's that nigga right there, boy. I don't mean to call you a nigga, sir, but yeah, you that nigga,
Hey, Chris,
man.
this for you. You talk about duality, you need to read this.
What's that?
The Kabbalion.
Alright, I'm gonna the
You need to
Kabbalion.
it's all about duality. You enjoy it. You will enjoy that.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
look
they're
that
gonna
up.
look at me crazy. They're gonna look at me crazy on this one, Auntie. The Art of Alchemy.
Alchemy. You need to go watch
Also this
Full Metal
also this
Alchemy.
one too. The Art of Occultism. Oh, that's a bad word. Occult is a bad word for people who don't know.
Occultism. Shit, religion is a cult, but we ain't. But good
It just
show tonight, man.
it just means hidden. It just means hidden, unseen, not popular. That's all.
Man, good show, guys. I appreciate y'all too, man. Always come up here and get that venting off and building and stuff. And appreciate everybody that's here on a Friday. Had a little nice crowd for a Friday.
Yeah, we had a nice little crowd for a Friday night, man. I appreciate everybody.
Especially my girl Haley checking in. I
Yeah,
appreciate you
definitely
checking in.
appreciate you. I seen you out there, Haley. We got our
Yeah.
dog Cheese out there. We got Auntie from across the water. We had Tarshy Tarsh up there. Big Vernon. You know Big Vern always wild out. Big Vern, we got you though before I head to New York next week. I told you we are back again with you next week, big
Yeah,
dog.
definitely. I'm gonna be rested this time, man.
But yeah, though, man, we definitely had a good time tonight, man. Like I said, I always appreciate y'all brothers, man, for doing this with me, man. Like y'all give me the strength to keep on going, man, each and every week, man. And what we
B.A.T. Billy
talking about
Carson.
earlier, huh? What you said?
Stop laughing at Vernon. B.A.T. Billy Carson.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Vern. But yeah, definitely though, man. I definitely appreciate y'all fellas. Y'all got anything to say before I drop the prayer, man?
I already said what I was saying, Thank you.
Yeah. Good bill, and appreciate everybody who always checking in. We're gonna remember that.
Definitely. We definitely gonna remember it. All right, and I'm gonna drop the prayer for my brothers, and then we gonna head up on out of here, y'all. So everybody out there with us, man, bow your head with us, guys. It's for my brothers out there. Heavenly Father, bless every brother at this table. Give us wisdom, unity, and courage to speak with truth, love, and respect. Protect our families, guide our words, and let this conversation inspire everyone who hears it. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Man.
There we go, y'all. Well, this was right here, man. This was B.A.T. Season 3, Episode 25. We will be back next Wednesday for Season 3, Episode 26. But look out for us in between that time. We might do something backstage. We might do a little pop-up. You know how we moving right now, man. It's B.A.T., man. This is Express Train. We moving fast. We going to see y'all when we see y'all, man. Everybody have a good night, and thanks again